Now, Chinese tourists have become unlikely foot soldiers in the country's dispute with Vietnam over a group of islands in the South China Sea. Despite the barren landscape of the Paracel Islands, thousands of Chinese are going to great lengths to travel there, so Beijing can make a legitimate claim to the disputed territory under international law. Denise Savoya reports.
These beaches may not look like anything out of the ordinary, but thousands of Chinese tourists are going to extraordinary lengths to get here.
I heard about the tour quite a long time ago, and I went to a local travel agency to apply to join. It was not easy because too many people wanted to come, and I queued for a few months to get my application accepted.
They're paying up to $2,000 for a 5-day round trip to the Paracel Islands in the South China Sea. The boat journey from China's southern island of Hainan takes around 20 hours, and it's not exactly a luxury cruise. Guests are served bland cabbage and noodles. But luxury isn't why they're coming. China seized these islands from Vietnam by military force 40 years ago, and the territory has been in dispute ever since. China calls them Xisha, Vietnam calls them Hoang Sa.
China has a comprehensive strategy to demonstrate their claims over the Xisha Islands, and tourism is an important part of that.
Under international law, China must prove a civilian use for the islands in order to claim sovereignty, and Chinese tourists are happy to help out.
This is Chinese territory, and we can come and go whenever we want. It's none of the other countries' businesses.
The long-running dispute with Vietnam heated up earlier this year when Beijing moved an oil drilling rig into the area. That triggered a series of confrontations between Vietnamese and Chinese coast guards.
Vietnam, I think, has very few options. I think, does not want to have a confrontation with China that could actually flare into conflict. Sending military ships to stop tourists, probably not a good idea.
But tourism isn't China's only strategy in laying claim to this territory. Beijing also subsidises fishermen to live on the islands for a part of the year, enabling them to sell dried fish to the tourists who visit, making this new island holiday destination as much about politics as it is about pleasure. Denise Savoya, ABC News.